Pentagon has thwarted the Joker's plans for alien disclosure. They said that in the event that we all had all of the information about reality, then it would disrupt all world religions and people would no longer have a faith in God. Well, I disagree. I believe in science, God, and aliens all at the same time, and I'm gonna do my best to explain it to you. You might think I'm crazy about that, and that's what, oh well. So we're all taught to believe that we exist in a three-dimensional environment, right? Height, length, and depth, and then time is the fourth measurement of space. Time and space are the same thing. Like when you ask someone what time it is, for instance, you're really just asking how much distance you have covered, like from midnight till noon, right? Like this is like 8 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the afternoon. You're measuring how much space we've covered since another given period of time. Months are the same way, right? We're just delineating different little chunks of space that we've covered in our orbit around the sun. Well, if you hold a classical understanding of reality, like this is it, right? We just exist on a flat plane where time only goes in one direction, space goes on forever. And if that were true, it would be highly unlikely that we would interact with aliens just because of the vastness of time and space. If our solar system were really the size of this 8x10 piece of paper, our Milky Way galaxy would be the size of the continental United States, and there are trillions of galaxies. Yeah, there probably is life, but if we existed on this flat, infinite plane that's fixed like this, the chances of us interacting with any of those other civilizations are virtually zero. Quantum physicists don't necessarily believe that reality exists on this singular flat plane, right? Because of the way that they have observed quantum particles. These particles are subatomic and they have been observed to be existing in multiple different states at the same time, or just simply existing within a realm of possibility. And these particles choose which state they would like to present themselves as after they've been observed by a conscious being. This sounds completely insane, but it's been seen in a lab. I'm not the best at describing multiple layers of time, but if you want more information about that, look up Schrodinger's cat. The gist of the theory is that every single time a person interacts with one of these quantum particles, reality itself splits and superimposes itself on top of each other. And so we go from a reality that looks like this to a reality that looks like this. Lots of different pages all stacked on top of each other that can interact with one another. And if that's true, then I fully believe that there still could be a God, because if reality could be contained in something as like simplified as this, I don't see why there couldn't be someone holding the book, turning the pages, interacting with what's happening on the inside. To me, that would be the best explanation of God or consciousness or whatever like original source could be. It's whoever is holding this book, right? But if reality is as comparatively dense as this could be to our understanding, well, what if you were able to move around within it? In the documentary, The Age of Disclosure, the scientists there theorized that they have encountered crafts that are able to bend space-time. They said that there are these tiny little spheres that create an energetic bubble around them that allow for space-time to bend around itself. And that's why these crafts are able to have instant acceleration. They're able to travel at speeds of 30 to 40,000 miles an hour. They're able to go between space, air, and water without any changes in velocity despite the massive differences in density. And it's why they're so challenging to measure on radar, because literally this tiny little energetic bubble is bending the radar rays around itself. And if you were able to do that, it would be like having a marble that could go in and out of this super fat book without disrupting it or causing any holes in it whatsoever. And if that's possible, then you could just scooch on through space-time with virtual impunity. These scientists say that this is theoretically possible, but the amount of energy that would actually be required to accomplish this feat was astronomical. I think the analogy he used was that in order to bend space-time in this way, it would require enough energy to power New York City for 100 years. Like, that's how much power we're talking about. And yet in this documentary, people say that they have encountered these crafts. They've been on the inside of them. They may look like a normal airplane-sized craft on the outside, and when you go on the inside, it's the size of like a football field. People have reported going in for a couple of minutes and coming out having lost hours of time. And if that's true, and we're able to interact with a form of energy that is so abundantly powerful that it could power New York City for 100 years, then our dependence on oil, gas, and coal is not only obsolete, but it's archaic. We could all have free energy right now, but I can think of quite a few executives that would have a really big problem with that. So no, I don't think they're keeping aliens from us as a way to preserve our faith in God. I think that they don't want us to give up oil, gas, and coal. They don't want us to have free energy. They want us to remain reliant on the systems that are already put in place, making people incredibly rich. They just want to use our money for technological advancements to be used on weapons, not on improving our lives. Now, I'm by no means an astrophysicist, a theologian, or a theoretical scientist, but this is kind of my understanding of reality, Gretchen's theory of everything. What do you guys think about it? I would say correct me if I'm wrong, but like, this is the internet. You totally will. Keep your eyes up, keep your feet on the ground. See you next time. Ta-ta!